Welcome to Straight Game Podcast, real basketball talk from folks who are certified in the game. So we're going to give you straight game. I'm Ty Ellis. I got Mike Bibby and Eddie House. Before we get started, thank y'all for tapping in. Hit that subscribe button so we can keep bringing you dope content and dope guests. You can also listen to this podcast on Apple and Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Fellas, the trade deadline is past and gone. So let's talk about it. This has been one of the busiest in years, long as I can remember. The one that sticks out to me is James Harden. James Harden to the Cavs, Darius Garland to the Clippers. Now, I think the Clippers won the trade because they got a young Kyrie-ish type of player. What you guys think?
I think the same thing. I think Harden going to Cleveland. I think Mitchell needs the ball in his hands, and Harden needs the ball in his hands. So who's gonna, you know what I mean? So who's gonna have that? Who's gonna win that? That I think that nod will go to Mitchell because he's been there longer, and it's his team. So I mean, you never know how that's gonna turn out. You never know how all these trades are going to turn out unless they get out there and play. So you always got to see in all these trades who wins, who loses by them playing the games.
I go the opposite way of y'all. I think that Cleveland came up with James Harden. You got to think James Harden averaged 25 points. So you pair 25 points with what Donovan Mitchell can do. And now Donovan Mitchell don't have to be on the ball. Darius Garland, now they don't have two small guards. They got a bigger guard and then they got a smaller guard that can get money. Also, y'all not even taking in consideration that James Harden is third in assists in the league right now. You know what I mean? And think about all the bigs he played with, how he's elevated their game.
Yeah. Good point.
So now you got Evan Mobley over there, a youngster that he's going to elevate that game. You got to look at Jared Allen, obviously can elevate his game as well. I mean, Zubac trade value went up because of him.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And like people like he can went from LA Lakers to the Clippers, and then all of a sudden Zubac was somebody that everybody was like, man, we need him. We need him because we think that he could help. What about Clint Capella? All the big guys thrive with James Harden. Now the question is it going to take away from what Donovan Mitchell does? It could take him away from having to be on the ball. But is it one of those where James dribbled the ball, air out the ball, and nobody got rhythm except the big fellas for a lob.
I don't know how much standing around and waiting for spot up shot Donovan Mitchell's gonna do while he's watching Harden is what I'm saying too. So
I understand that. That was my second point about that. But I think that he does elevate his big fellas, and they got two big men, and I think that they can move forward. And it never hurts to get 25 points, and I want to say third in assists. I want to say it might be 13. I'm not sure if it's 13 per game, but whatever it is, he's third in assists. It never hurts to get that added to your team.
Yeah, but he's third in assists while being ball dominant too. And so that's the I mean it's a catch-22. You know what I'm saying? He is averaging assists and he's a willing passer. But I mean, you're gonna make the right pass at some point. I mean, the ball is always in your hand. So what is Donovan doing? But the one thing we're not talking about is, and you guys can help me with this. Even though you live in a city that's not really lit, but you're traveling a lot, but how does that affect your desire to stay with that team? Cleveland is not LA, obviously, but does that help or hurt him being the best version of James living in Cleveland?
A guy like that can find fun anywhere, Ty. You see, you see already inviting them in. They putting up signs. I seen on Instagram and TikTok today, like we're waiting for you, James Harden. We got a spot for you over here, waiting for you. So, I mean, a guy like that, I think that likes to party and can find that he could find stuff to do and find stuff to get into. And I mean, like I said, going to Cleveland, they're going to make it as as best they can for him, because I mean that's gonna him going to these places is gonna bring a lot of people out as well. So they're gonna be making a lot of money. They're gonna make it extravagant for him to wherever he wants to go and make it easy for him.
But okay, but we haven't talked about Darius Garland. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eddie.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this is what
Okay.
this is the real move though. This is the real play. You got to think that the Clippers had been balling out for since December. They had one of the best records in the
Yeah.
NBA since December, right?
Yeah.
He's balling out. Kawhi been there. They've been, mixing it in and things like that. So when you look at it, he has a he doesn't have that option, like his contract. So he looking to get a new contract. How do you
Mm,
get a new contract? You go
that's a good
somewhere
point.
where somebody got some money. Evan
Yeah.
Mobley's on small money, not small money. Excuse me. Evan Mobley is not got extended to where it's long cheese. Donovan
Right.
Mitchell's not up for 2 years, so he got this year. I mean, he got next year to play for. Then he has his player option. So when you start looking at that, this was a strategic play to be like, hey, listen, not only am I going somewhere where I could compete, I also could go somewhere where I could get another 2 year deal and maybe knock them upside the head again for another 50 per year or 40 per
Damn.
year. And that's what that's really what the play was. It was I don't think it had anything to do with what was going on with the Clippers. I don't think so because they was balling out. They wasn't winning at the beginning of the season. Kawhi wasn't there. Now they all of a sudden start really playing well, and then all of a sudden you pull yourself back. You the catalyst of them playing well, and you're like, "Hey, I'm not happy here." And you
Yeah.
from LA,
Yeah.
that was the play. And I
I don't
mean,
think he didn't
we
say he was
understand that.
happy. I thought he said that.
What else he gonna say, Mike?
No, but I didn't think I don't think he said that he wasn't happy. I think he said something like to get some younger guys in there and to put him in his place to where he could go, try to win the championship. I thought that's what he said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
That was
come
some
on,
bull.
yeah,
That was some
that's
bullshit right
politically
there.
that's like listening to a politician.
That was some bull. I think so. This is what I heard that happened was his second year isn't fully guaranteed,
No, it's
and,
not.
and he wanted it fully guaranteed, and they declined. And once they declined, he didn't play those last two games. And Stephen A. said it best. If James don't want to be there, get him out because he gonna burn that thing down.
Mhm.
And that's something that I'm not a big fan of. I'm not in his shoes, obviously, and I don't know him. But this entitlement from the superstars, I think this younger generation is learning from that. And I mean, just look at the places he has gone and complained and then wanted to leave, and how he went about doing that. I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm not in the locker rooms, and you guys were. But I don't think that's professional at all.
Who won the MVP a couple years ago? Embiid, right?
Yeah,
Who was the point guard on that team?
James.
Okay, so he feels like, yeah, I have a big part in everything that's going on. Has he, you know what I'm saying? So when you start
Has he
looking at that,
won?
huh?
Well, I mean, what has he won? When when
No,
when
he hasn't
when did
won.
he step
I
up
gotta
in the
stand up
in the
for
big
my
moments?
I gotta stand up for my son devil partner at the same time where I gotta do my real, you know, criticism or not criticism, but my due diligence and say and keep it real. But I
Okay,
am gonna stand up for him.
for
Uh,
sure.
at the end of the day, he hasn't won. I mean, so do we criticize Charles Barkley like that?
We're
Did
not
Charles
talking about Charles. We're not talking
I know
about
we're not
Charles.
talking about how you
Don't
look.
start moving
We
the
ain't talking about
goalposts. We talking about James.
we ain't talking about how you look. We talking about I'm saying I'm saying at the end of the day, James Harden
Leave my homeboy
is
alone.
James Harden is somebody that has took his teams. I think did he win an MVP?
He did win MVP.
Okay, so he has won an MVP. He
Yeah,
has elevated other guys around him. That's a good basketball player. You
he
need a
hasn't won,
team.
Eddie. He
Yeah,
hasn't
but
won, man.
but that's why I said Charles Barkley. He didn't win. Patrick Ewing. Did he win?
When I'm talking about he hasn't won, he hasn't even played good when it mattered the most. He
So
he
to
has
say that
all
one better,
these
cause
individual accolades, but and I'm not hating on him because I think he's a hell of a player, and I think he's super dope. I love him, but the facts are the facts, man. But then
yeah,
and then when he don't get his way, like the lack of professionalism, man.
I can
I don't.
understand that part.
I'm not rolling with that because
But
these kids mimic that.
I can't go to say that he didn't win because he always had his team in the playoffs and he went into the playoffs and he won playoff series and things like that. So he did win. You can't say that he didn't win. He just didn't win the chip. You know what I
No,
mean?
he
He
didn't even
didn't.
get to. All right, okay. I
What, he
know.
never got
I
to the
see where this is
playoffs?
going. I see where this is going, and you staying loyal to your Sun Devil partner, which is
No, that's not
admirable.
it. That's
Which
not
is
it.
very
I'm saying
admirable.
no, but I'm saying this. You are saying that he didn't win when he did win. You can't get into the playoff. Mike, when you was in Vancouver, did y'all get to the playoffs?
nope,
Why not?
Nope.
we weren't good.
Because y'all didn't win, right? Because y'all didn't win.
We weren't good.
Yeah, y'all weren't good and y'all didn't win. And if you go to the playoffs in the NBA, and Mike, you know this, and if you make, I don't care how deep of a playoff run it is, if you get past the first round and get that second, if you get to the playoffs, period, it's hard to get there because every single night is hard to play. And so at the end of the day, to say that he don't win, you could say he don't win in the playoffs and he hasn't won a championship. That's fair
What
to
I'm
say.
saying,
But to say
he
that he don't win, that's not cool because he's been in the playoffs I don't know how many times.
with hellified talent, all this good stuff, and when the game in the game sevens where we all expecting James to be James, he hasn't. Now, would
Yeah,
that change? Who
no, that
who
that's
who
that's fair to
knows?
say.
Who
That's
knows?
fair to
Will that
say.
change? Who knows? And I'm not hating. I'm not hating on the brother because I mean I don't know him, and I'm a big fan of him, but he just
It
haven't
don't
done it
sound
for me,
like
man.
it. It don't
No,
sound.
I would
It
tell you
don't
if I
sound
was
like
hating,
it. But
but
no,
I
you
mean
don't.
I
You
wish him
you
the
told
best.
us already.
But I don't. I mean I don't like his professionalism, man. That because these kids mimic it, man. Like we see it all the time. We talk about it all the time.
You know
You
what
know,
though?
and it's players like that, bro, who don't understand their influence, and these kids, these players are watching them and they're mimicking them, man, and it comes with a huge responsibility, bro. So if you're not happy, do what Giannis did. You know what I'm
What you
saying? Talk.
mean, Giannis? Man, okay. I'm not even gonna go into this part because I do know people that are over there and told me about Giannis and how he really is. You seeing the 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 baloney. That's what he's
Rightfully
showing
so.
us.
That's
The baloney is
So would
and
you?
that's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point.
No. So would you rather?
That's my
Would you
point.
rather have somebody be real with you or be fake with you?
You can be real
Like
behind closed doors.
if your breath stank, I'm gonna be like, ooh, damn, your breath smell like doodle. You know what I mean? You might need to get a Tic Tac or some
I'm
gum or
saying,
something. Actually, I'll pass it to you. You know what I mean? Like, but you don't want nobody to sit there and let you have a booger in your nose and you over there
bro.
booger in your nose, walking to three, four, five different people with a booger in your nose, and then
And,
look
and
in the
so
mirror and be like, damn,
I
they
just
just let me
Mike,
walk by with boogers in my. You know what I
Mike,
mean?
I just figured out, Mike. Eddie's loyalty to James is on the
I
same
no,
level.
I have.
Is on the same level as it is to Boston, and I
That's a
get it.
lie. That's a lie.
That
You just made
because
that up.
but you know what I'm saying though. He can be a total asshole behind closed doors, but not in the media.
Why
Come on,
not?
man.
Why not just be who you
Uh,
are? It was a lot
yeah,
of assholes in the
you're right.
media.
I
There's a
can't,
lot of
I can't,
assholes.
I can't, I can't win this argument with you. James is your guy, which is cool, which is
I'm not
cool.
saying that
So
he's
let's
my
move
guy.
forward, Mike.
Let me say one more thing. And as far as I'm gonna say one more thing, as far as you saying like the kids, this is the era that we living in, and I don't think James has an influence on them. I think it all stems from the AAU, where coaches don't coach how they supposed to be coaching kids to be the right way and play the right way. And also, I ain't gonna talk about nobody's family or nothing like that. I'm not saying that. But what I will say is that it's the coaches, because at the end of the day, it's coaches that'll allow kids to get away with so many things, won't coach them hard because they missing out. Like, oh,
Uh,
he gonna be gone.
Yeah,
He gonna
that's
leave my program.
but that's what I mean. The kids put it in those coaches' hands to do that, to where it's like, damn, I can't coach these guys, or he gonna go. He wants to go somewhere else where he could just
Exactly.
free play and do come late when he wants and do all that shit. I mean, that's what it's come down to. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And it boils over into the college era too. You know what I mean? To where you could just transfer whenever you want when things don't go the right way. So
well, I learn something new every day. I just learned a valuable fact about my boy Eddie House and his love for James, and that Sun Devil
I
blood.
mean, I
It
roll with as a Sun Devil, but I ain't
pretty
like, oh
impressive.
man, you over here, you putting too much on it right now.
Pretty impressive. I must say that them Sun Devils stick
Mr.
together.
Clean. You putting
Yo, Mike, Anthony Davis got traded to your favorite team, man. What are your
ooh,
thoughts on
I don't wish that on nobody. You know, I don't wish them going on. I don't know how it's changed since I was there last, but I mean, just by looking at everything else from the outside looking in, it looks like nothing's changed. It looks the same from back then. It was 2000, what, 12, 13, 11, 12, whenever it was. And like I said, that's tough. You don't want to wish that on nobody. You know, I mean, feel bad for Trey Young and maybe they could go there and turn it around. You never know.
I think they can and they will. And the reason I say that is I'm a big fan of OKC and the management. There's two guys from OKC, and they're doing the same thing, the same recipe. They're stacking up draft picks and assets, and they're gonna be good. It's gonna take them a while. Well, maybe 2 3 years, maybe. But Trey, AD, they gonna make some action, some moves this summer. I think they're gonna be all right.
since you talking about you learned something about me, I just learned something about you. You a
I knew that
front
was
runner.
coming. Look at you.
You a
You so
front
you so
runner.
petty, bro.
Yeah,
You so petty,
you a front runner. Okay,
bro. You so petty.
OKC is the team now. And then in football, it was Dallas, but then they started losing. It's
No,
somebody else. You know
It
what I
was,
mean? Now
hey,
it's the
then we
Ravens.
went
You
to
still like the
then we went
Ravens?
to the Ravens and the Chiefs
Yeah,
too. Remember?
yeah, right. Yeah, I'm saying he be all over the place. He a front runner. You like whoever went in, you like to be like, yeah, that's why I'm gonna tie my what's that shit called? My carriage too. This is what we finna roll this way. You know what I mean? That's what we finna do. But no, on the real side, I'm with you with thinking that if Washington continues to build around those two guys, but
yeah,
this is the thing. They gotta be healthy. I know Trey, I think Trey, this was another business decision.
yeah,
He wanted to get up out of there because they didn't give him that extension. We talked about this earlier, and I talked about that. I thought when we was live at Gila, and I was like, that's gonna be with Shaq. I was like, I think Atlanta will be one of the surprising teams to me because he has a lot to play for because and he'd probably be pissed off because they didn't give him that extension. And so it went the other way to where now he could get that extension from Washington. They got the asset, they got the capital to do that. And then you bring Anthony
yeah,
Davis in, and if he's healthy, and this is all ifs, right? And that's the one thing about Anthony Davis is that you never know. You know how many games he played for Dallas since he been there?
29, right?
29 games.
yeah. That's cold.
29 games. So like that's a big if. And you
And
look at Dallas and what they received two. I think one is a protected first round pick, another first round pick, and then a second round pick, and then a lot of players that are ancillary players
right,
uh, to that team. And so when you look at that, you like, hmm, well, if they can, if all these ifs with Washington, but at the same time, I'm gonna use that word again. If those two are healthy, they're able to bring attract some ancillary players that or some role players that are really good. Then yeah, I think that they can make a little bit of noise. Are they
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
push
Okay.
over the top? I don't think so.
Yeah. Mike, Jonathan Kaminga is in the ATL right now. Is that city too much for that youngster? He gonna be all right?
I don't know. I think I don't know how much that would help because I mean I watched. I don't know how well Porzingis is going to fit into to the Warriors, but
He ain't gonna play.
No, he ain't gonna play. He already hurt or sick or something.
He only played 4 games this year.
so like Kaminga going there. I mean, you just got to see. I don't know. He has something to prove. I think he going there, and them not really giving the chance in Oak or Warriors that he has to go here and show them like, hey, this is what I wanted to do. This is where I needed to be. This is where I thought I was as a player. He has to go in and show that, or he's going to lose credibility. I think on everything that he's trying to build on. So I think he has to come in there and all the extra stuff that he's dealing with. He got to just let go, and he just got to go out there and play his ass off.
Yeah, my thing is with Kaminga, he needs room to make mistakes. He needs room to grow. And I don't think he couldn't do that with the Warriors, obviously. But can he do that in Atlanta with that coaching staff? Are they going to be patient with him?
They're going to have to be. I mean,
Yeah,
you
right.
get that type of player that's going to come in. I mean, I think he's a straight offensive guy that comes in and needs touches, needs the ball to score like that. But is he gonna? I mean, because I saw that team play here, and they're very team oriented, where it's like,
Yeah,
I mean, they play together and stuff like that. So can he come
yeah,
in and change how that team looks? Or are they gonna let him come in and change that? So I guess, like I said, we're gonna have to wait and see.
yeah,
That's where his strengths are.
yeah. Mike,
Let, let, let
yeah,
me
sure.
expand on that real quick. I'm gonna tell you something. So they got a bunch of guys that are the same type of guys. You know what I mean? So I don't know
Yeah,
how he's gonna
yeah,
be able to come in there and really
yeah,
be different than what he was with the
yeah,
Warriors. To be like, hey, I might be the third option tonight, might be the second. He ain't gonna be the first option. He ain't go to a
yeah.
team to where they're like, we're looking for him. So I'm looking over here. They got Dyson Daniels, and then they got the other kid. What's the Jalen Johnson? They got
Problem.
two wings right there
Yeah,
that are long that can defend,
yeah,
and that's what I think he has to lean more into that part. You know what I mean? And you get money off your defense and get money throughout the offense when y'all playing, but at the same time, you're not gonna be Steph Curry. The Warriors didn't draft him to be Steph Curry. They drafted him to be Daniels, Johnson.
yeah,
They drafted him for that reason. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, oh, we could see, what you could do. So at the end of the day, he's gonna have to make a change, and we all have to do that at some point in our careers to where we're like, okay, I'm gonna pivot, and then I'm gonna lock in on this, and this is what I'm gonna lock in on. But I'm gonna keep this part of my game the right way. That way, when it's incorporated, I'm looking like one of the best players on the floor at the time. And
Yeah, yeah.
so that's how I looked. That's how I looked at it, and it just wasn't gonna fit in with the Warriors, but with the Hawks, they just got a bunch of the same type of players over there right
Well,
now.
well, they got draft capital too. I mean, not draft capital, but trade capital too for the offseason. So I think they're gonna be all right, man. I'm a big fan of their coaching staff. I think they're very disciplined. They just waiting for their right mixture, more or less. But hey, let's move on to Jaren Jackson, Memphis Grizzlies, John Morant. Ja didn't go anywhere. Uh, that was really surprising. Is this trade value that bad? You can't get no.
I
You
don't
know what
think
I'm saying? Like,
I don't
That
think anybody
contract.
wants to deal with that.
you
It's
think
that
it's the
it's
off the
that
court, Mike?
contract.
I mean, maybe off the court, on the court. I mean, I don't think anybody wants to deal with that. They're coming to. I think the NBA's turned to it's like in a league now. It's where they don't headaches. They really don't want.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
And
yeah,
for them to just to get rid of them, a lot of people, like, you know what? Maybe we could steal them, but we don't want to give a lot up for something that we're not too sure about.
yeah,
And
yeah.
so I think that's what I'm like. It might be bringing his trade value down. I think because I mean I thought for sure he would be one of the guys that was gone.
I did too.
I thought him, Draymond, and Giannis. But at the same time, it's the money. You know, when you start looking at the money, how what do you got to get rid of? What kind of capital you got to get rid of? Do you mortgage your future for right now? With picks, do you
Yeah,
trade younger players and
yeah,
get rid of them that you're developing that you feel like you could develop to be something that could help you in the future? I feel like that's the thing that really hurt him the most is that contract. You know what I mean? Giannis, they
yeah,
just couldn't find a deal for that, but for Ja, it's the contract. And
yeah,
like
yeah,
who is willing to give up all of their assets and basically mortgage their future, like I said, to
yeah,
bring Ja in with his history. Like, and
yeah. That's a good point.
everybody could change. Everybody could
That's a good
change. You
point.
know what I mean?
What
But I
about
feel like
Jared?
that's what it is.
How
Oh,
about Jared? Jared in
I
Utah.
Jared to Utah, to me, I felt like that move right there was a good move for Utah. They
Yeah, for
brought him
sure.
over there. They needed that, and they're gonna build. I feel like they're gonna build around that. I know how Danny Ainge operates. Uh, you know, he is cutthroat committee. And he operates but he operates the right way. You know what I mean? Think about when he traded KG and Paul and he got the picks, and guess what the picks were? Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum. So when you
Yeah,
look at that, like, you know, he's a what do they call that? With I can't even call it right now, but a great businessman and thinking forward
true.
as shrewd, yeah, shrewd
Yeah,
businessman and move forward with that. Thank you with that one,
I
Ty. I
got you. I
appreciate
got my
that.
glasses on today, so
Yeah, I
it's
know
all
you
good.
seeing clearly.
Yeah, Mike, Mike, your Sacramento Kings, man. They traded Keon and Dennis to Cleveland, of all places. I actually think they actually won this particular trade. They got DeAndre Hunter. What are your thoughts?
I think so too. I mean, like
That's
I
a
said,
good move.
Yeah,
I was pulling for Westbrook to come in, a long time ago, and I think he would help this team. And now he's the starting point guard for this team.
yeah,
They signed Schroeder for 3 years, 45 million, I think, and then they had Keon that was coming out that eventually stopped playing. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
I think they got a guy in DeAndre Hunter that could help him maybe defensively rebound and stuff in that category to where the stuff that they're missing to where they got a nice young rookie. I think he signed the contract today. I forget what his name is, but he's out there just to rebound, block shots, and
yeah.
screen. So, I mean, I think this guy's a little bit better. I think he's better than him. He'll come in and take that spot. But I think the Kings won that trade.
All right, bet.
But
Eddie?
I thought they would have
Yeah,
went for a
yeah,
little bit more. I thought Sabonis was going to be. They were talking because I'm here in Sacramento, so they're talking about everybody getting traded except Keegan Murray and the young guy. So I thought it was going to be more than that. Surprised
yeah.
it wasn't.
I'm gonna raise my hand real quick. Is it okay if I bring up the Boston Celtics? Because what?
Uh,
Nah, nah. What you mean? Oh man, we 33-18. What you talking about? That's a hell of a 33-18. We talking about the Sacramento Kings, who are at the bottom of the barrel right now, and then we can't bring up a team that's
we
in
can't. It's just
tie for second.
it's your energy and arrogance about the Boston Celtics
But
that
why
kind
are
of
we bringing them up? What are we bringing them up for? We are just talking about the Kings. What are we?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because we just got Vucevic. Okay, Vucevic. I call him Vucci Man. That's what I call him. You know what I mean? I call him Vucci Man. Okay, so we just traded for him for Anthony Simons. And I was
yeah,
like,
that was big.
I didn't want to get Anthony Simons up out of here because what he did, he won about 4 games for us this year. You know, he
Yeah,
had 25 points in one half, in the first half of one game, 20 finished with 27 in another game. And uh the game before he got traded, in it, that's the game he had to 27. Had 14 in the first half and 13 in the second half. And then he get traded to net. So I was like, nah, let's just chill, chill, chill. Cause I always talk about it. You understand me? It's on my chest. Uh, but uh when you look at what they're trying to do, we ran double big last night, right? We ran double big last night, and I seen how we killed on the glass, 20 offensive rebounds, right? And so I was like, oh, that might be like their little recipe right now. And they're thinking about bringing Jason Tatum back. And let me say this to you as well, because,
Say,
we looking
Mike,
forward.
what's the Grammy Award winners' music when they start talking too much about a
No, no,
certain
no, no.
topic?
I ain't talking.
Okay,
No, no, no. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
all
Don't
right,
do me
all right.
like that. I'm being solid right now. I'm giving real game. And
Okay,
now
okay.
you got these buyout guys, right? You got Lonzo Ball. You got was it Cam? Is it
Thomas
Cam Thomas? And then it's
from
like two
Brooklyn.
other, yeah, two other guys
Mhm.
that's in the buyout market.
Yeah,
And I look at it, and Gabe Vincent is another one. I
yeah,
look at Lonzo Ball as a guy that we can add to this team. And I've been
yeah.
saying this. I said that you add a guy that has a high basketball IQ, that doesn't need the ball in his hands, not dominating the ball, but he makes the right plays, and then he could guard 1 through 3. And so you could mix that up. You could have a double big lineup with 3 big guards. And if Jason Tatum come back, you incorporated that, then we have something out. Now we got a real gumbo brewing. And so
Would you
that's
pick them
why
to come out the East?
do I pick them to come out the East right this second?
I, I
No, I don't.
I'm just
I don't.
saying, do you pick them? I mean,
I
I, would,
don't understand how this
I
tied
just
into
said
Sacramento Kings stuff. You still haven't told me why this tied into the Sacramento Kings that we were
because
just
we
talking
talking
about.
to the Kings for no reason. What we talking about? Like who talks about the Raiders on TV?
see,
They were just
see,
talking about it. We are just talking
that's
about it. We're talking about all the trades that happened.
Yeah, this is a trade. I segued into it. Y'all click, take the sugar daddies out your ear,
No,
the Tootsie Roll out your ear,
but
and
you cut me
I
off.
segued it.
You
I
cut me off
segued
to
it.
talk about the Celtics. You said you don't mind if I bring the Celtics. I said we're talking about the Kings right now. You said, oh, it ties into the Kings.
But
What?
nobody want to
Explain
listen to
to me how it
them
ties into the Kings.
because it's a trade, like I'm saying. But nobody want to hear about because it was a trade. That's why. Yeah, I mean, did the trade move the needle for y'all? That's my question. And what's the record? Okay, cool. There we go. We can move on from that. But so now, what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, do I pick them out the East? Right? I right now. I do like our chances. If Jason Tatum come back, yes, I will pick him out the East. But it's all depends on his how he feels physically, mentally, and all of that. I will pick the Boston Celtics to come out the East. But
if
yeah,
if
if he comes back, if he comes back.
just
But
just
if he
just
doesn't
pick
come
them.
back, if he no, I can't pick him like that. I'm not gonna say that because we do need we need our best player on the
And you
floor.
talk about being the front runner, just pick them.
No,
Just pick them.
no. You asking me a question, I'm finna give you an honest answer. Is that all right, scoop ball? Okay. Is that all right? Okay. I'm gonna give you an honest answer. If he come back, yes, I think we come out. But right now, the way Detroit is playing, man, I seen them play. They're physical, they're handsy, and the refs let them get away with a lot of shit. And that's just part of it when you are the best team in a conference and you have established your physicality and how you gonna
Okay.
play for sure. I'll
Uh,
say Detroit if we ain't got Jason Tatum.
I got Detroit with or without Jason Tatum. I'm gonna just go ahead and pick them
Hater.
and man up and pick my team. I got Detroit and
N-
OKC come in the finals.
Didn't I tell
Hey,
you
this is
front runner?
I got New York. I got New York.
oh, you know what? That's a good one. I like.
Nah, they not. They
How
not.
about the West? All
Okay,
right.
I got OKC.
How about you, Eddie?
Watch out for Denver. I'm looking at Denver. And
I like them.
no, I got another one. The San Antonio Spurs. Because they didn't whooped OKC 3 times this year.
Now
But
I think they just beat them again.
Yeah, they beat them last night.
Yeah,
yeah,
They got
it's
them again.
I think that's 4.
without Shea.
Well, I mean, I
Without Shea.
don't. Okay, cool. So see now,
That matters.
OKC.
That
It matters
matters.
now when no Shea, but then it don't matter with no Jason Tatum.
That
I got to figure out where you coming from. Like you
I'm
got to
gonna
make it
pick
make
my
sense to
team.
me.
I pick
You
OKC.
you
There's
got to
no
make it
if,
make
ands, or
sense to
buts about
me.
it. I'm a pick Sac.
So if Shea ain't there, you gonna pick OKC?
Right now, I'm picking OKC.
If Shea
Whatever
ain't
happens,
there,
if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm a stand 10 toes down on OKC and Detroit. Can you do the same?
He gonna wait for them to make it and say, "I told you Boston was gonna be there."
who me?
Yeah, exactly.
Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch?
Mike, Mike, he thought you were talking about me, Mike.
I did think he was talking about him. Ain't that a bitch? Okay, okay, okay. I see what y'all. Okay, I
I'm
see what y'all doing.
serious.
I see what y'all doing over here.
I'm serious.
Chocolate and vanilla. Okay, I see it.
yo, this is one of my favorite parts of the show. It's time for overreactions. This is where I make a bold claim. You guys say true, false, and give me your reason why. First one, Eddie, the Mavs trading Luka Doncic is the worst trade in the history of the NBA. And if so, name a worse. If you disagree, name a worse trade than that in the league, in the history of the league.
Mm, mm. That's a good one. You gotta make me think there. Huh.
All right,
Let me go to the head. Uh the worst trade?
definitely not
Mm,
the worst trade.
No, it's not the worst trade. I think the worst trade was uh the C Webb first trade. I
Mm,
think when the Warriors got rid of C Webb, I think that was probably one of the worst trades you could see. They sent him to Washington. I don't remember who even I can't even
yeah.
remember who the Warriors got back for him. You know what I
All
mean?
right. So
Was it
so
Manu
so so
Ball?
you say false. You say
Yeah,
false.
false.
All right, Mike, what you think?
I think it's. I mean, it's up there. It's up there. There was a trade. There was a trade a long time ago for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar
Mm,
Junior. I think it was Junior Bridgman. Um, and it was two other people. I mean, let me hold on. Let me try if I can look it up real quick.
Do you know Junior
damn.
Bridgman got so much money? I
Yeah,
think he just passed. God rest his soul. I
Oh,
think
did he?
he passed.
Dave
Well, yeah, he
Myers
bought
and
the
Elmore
Wendy's.
Smith.
Why you say you think he passed? You don't
Cause
think
I
nobody passed?
no, because I think I
Was
read
he
that.
still living?
That's why. So I mean, like, if he's still alive, God, still bless
My
him.
bad.
Yeah, my bad.
Y'all see the guys that they traded for Kareem?
Ooh,
I just looked it up. Junior Bridgman, Dave Myers, and Elmore Smith.
wow.
Lakers get Kareem. So I'll
Yeah,
probably
that
put that
might be the worst
one.
one.
But I mean,
Yeah.
Did,
the Luka one was up there. Definitely top three for sure.
well, I'm gonna give my worst trade and give you my retort to that comment Mike said. I think the worst trade is Kobe Bryant when Charlotte traded something to pick or something
Vlade
and said,
Divac.
Yeah.
yeah, Vlade to LA, the worst trade ever, in my opinion. Uh, but to comment on what you just said, there's a lot of ifs that happened that made Nico make that trade too. Luka was about to get the bag, and with all these bad habits, man, he wouldn't have been the person he is now. And so it was so many underlining things that made Nico and the Mavs make that trade that we don't talk about.
And it was high up on that little ladder because you don't trade Luka Doncic and it just come out of nowhere, and then all of a sudden you get the number one pick. Come on, Ty. We talked about that shit already.
Yeah.
That shit,
Well,
some,
I'm not. I don't have no
And
NBA
Cooper a
career.
baller
You
too.
guys
yeah.
might know about that, but that is crazy how that all worked out. I'm not giving no. I'm a zip it up. But
What
I think
about what a- what
in high
about
school too.
what about how his body transformed once he got to the Lakers?
well, he got locked
You
in.
think he just got or you think that's what it was? Okay.
I
I'm gonna
think
leave that alone.
I think he realized how real it was, and he had to go to LA to bring it because LA has too much history behind it. The fans don't play that. What
All
you
right.
think, Eddie?
I ain't gonna even say it because I don't want
All
this.
right. This is the overreaction I've been waiting for. The world
Mm.
team will win the All-Star game. Eddie, true or false? Now,
Hell no.
all right, Mike,
I'm gonna
what you
say
think?
I'm gonna say it like this. Hell to the motherfucking no. I don't really. I've been
No,
working on my cussing, but no.
no. I don't think they will either. I just don't think. I mean, I think the U.S. will hold it down and realize like shit. We got to go grab this shit.
So,
Right.
all right. Which one you guys think? Which team you guys think will win?
Well,
The
let me
older
ask you
cats or
this.
the younger cats? Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Who you
Okay.
think gonna win?
Come on, E House. You already know. You
I
already
know
know what team.
you Republic of Georgia. Okay, cool. Okay, all right. So you for sure ride with the other side. Okay, cool.
Man, man, the Europeans are gonna win it, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
I'm
man, you
telling you,
fell out
man.
the bed this morning and bumped your head, didn't you?
Watch.
So
You gonna
name
see.
off the teams, Ty. Who's playing? Who's on who?
Hold on. Let me go to my underdog mode.
He got a
Uh, um,
knot behind his head. He fell off the bed this morning. I'm telling you.
USA stars. We got Scotty Barnes, Devin Booker, Jalen Duran, Kate Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Tyrese Maxey, Jalen Johnson. All right. USA stripes. Jalen Brown, Jalen Brunson, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Norman Powell, and
Mm,
Donovan Mitchell.
I like
sound
that
like
team right there.
hoopers.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that
Okay.
team right there.
All right. In the world, Giannis.
He won't
Uh,
be playing, right? He's
He ain't
hurt.
playing his
He's
ankle.
not playing. So
So
that
don't
may
even
hurt
mention him.
us. Yeah. Heard I say, Eddie? That may hurt us. Us. That may hurt us. But anyway, we got Danny Avija from Portland, Luca, Shea, Jokic, Jamal Murray, Carl Anthony Towns, Pascal, and Victor. All those dudes, they're gonna play hard. I'm telling y'all,
Boom,
y'all
boom,
gonna be
boom,
caking.
boom.
USA guys, y'all gonna be caking.
That's what that
Y'all
shit
not
sound
taking it
like to me.
serious. Y'all gonna go out the night before while the European guys are just relaxing a little bit. I'm telling y'all, man. We
You
gonna
know, Avija's hurt too. He didn't play the other day. We played them. He didn't play. He was hurt.
word.
And so, yeah. So look, you name all big fellas except Jamal Murray and Shea.
That is true. Pascal. Pascal gonna play hard.
Yeah, Pascal gonna play hard, but he also looked like the nigga that was on the boat robbing the motherfucking
Come on. Come on,
Captain
man.
Phillips or whatever this shit was.
Oh,
That's
oh,
cold, man.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Now
that's
he a
cold.
baller though. He a baller. I just got, I mean, I'm a bagger. I like to bag. I like to, what I mean.
That's cold.
I like to go back and he said that's cold. That's cold, Mike.
That's
Do we look
cold.
like the nigga from Captain Phillips?
That's cold. That's cold. That's cold
But do we
world.
look like the nigga from Captain Phillips though?
I don't,
Say, man,
it's
don't
cold.
Oh, so now y'all don't
drag
want to.
me
Now
into
y'all
your
don't want to.
foolishness.
Okay, see. Then now y'all don't see. We could. I could say he looked like Charles Barkley and Stephon Marbury mixed, but I can't say dude look like the nigga from Captain Phillips
Say,
that
man.
held up the boat, that jacked the boat.
No,
That's
you
cold.
can't say that, man, because the dude is all busted and disgusted. So you calling him the same thing?
No, I'm saying he got the look, like how you got the look. You ain't busting and disgusted, brother.
That's
I know.
You probably just got a knot in the back of your head because you fell off your
Say,
bed and, and
say,
thinking that the
speak,
world gonna win the motherfucking thing. They
speaking
not finna
of
win it.
speaking of Pascal, how did he make the team and they have the worst record in the league?
who got
How does that work
who
out?
got who got snubbed from the East.
Who got snubbed
Hmm.
from the East? I don't know.
There's some big time snubs, and yeah, he probably shouldn't
Did you
make it.
name? Did you name Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, so
but
Donovan
yeah,
is
he's
on
on the
there.
team.
Okay. From the East, who got snubbed? Let me go. Boom, 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 boom. Uh, go to the head. I don't even. Oh, I don't know. Who you think?
Nobody got snubbed from Boston. Let you said it. Said
No,
Jason
no, nobody
should have
got.
made it.
Nobody got. No, I ain't never said that. That's what you said. So don't put words in my mouth like you told me.
Let you
Uh,
said Jason Tatum should have made it off
mm-mm.
of GP.
No. No, nobody from Boston, I think, deserved to make the All
I,
Star game this year except JB.
I would
He
think
damn.
Bam. I would think Bam over Pascal for sure.
Yeah,
You
I mean, you
said
gotta go.
Duran is on there. Is Duran on there? Jalen Duran.
I think so.
Yep, yep.
Okay, so he on there.
He
You
deserved
gotta,
it because they're number one.
yeah, there you gotta look at the top teams.
Reports came out of bad blood between the Lakers and LeBron. The Lakers saying LeBron should be more grateful that they drafted Bronny. If they said that, what are y'all thoughts on that
Somebody's lying.
one? Somebody lying. What
Somebody,
you mean, Mike?
is somebody on that side is saying that they, I mean, they did a favor for him, and LeBron might be saying I didn't ask for the favor, so somebody's lying. So get to
Right.
the point, get to the bottom of that, and see where it is, and then you got the culprit right there. But I mean, somebody, it had to happen some way, you know. So um, I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to move him out of there or what, or trying to get him out. I mean, Luka's doing so good. I think that it's like shit. We found our guy now. We
Yeah,
found the guy that's
yeah.
going to be a Laker that's going to take on the supremacy that the Lakers have always had and shine for this league.
Okay.
N-
E-House?
not only that, you gotta think Austin Reeves been balling out for him, even though he hasn't played in a few games, the last few games. But when you look at how they're building their team right now, it is being built around Luca. And even though LeBron is still balling out, that's new ownership that's taking over.
Good
So
point. Yep.
it's not gonna be the same that it was with the Bus family, when
Yeah.
because they the one that was like, hey, yeah, we gonna get LeBron, and this how it's gonna go. We're gonna let you do this, that, and the third. Nah, it's different now. You got a organization that's ran by ownership that owns the Dodgers. The Dodgers
Yeah.
have won World Series recently. So they know what they're doing, they know what they're bringing in, and then this is how we're going to build our organization. And so now they're building it around Luca. Luca's in
Yeah.
shape. They got Austin Reeves. He's in shape. Now you just
Okay.
be
Okay.
like, hey, we're going to just try to incorporate other players, ancillary players, and guys that, role players that could just fill in the blanks for us so we could really, really compete and try to get back to what everybody thinks
Yeah.
what the Lakers
But
are supposed to be.
how about this? True or false? LeBron will be a Laker next season. Mike, what you think? True or false?
I think false.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I think. I mean, I don't know if he wants to play or he wants the farewell tour. I don't know what he's looking for, but I mean, I think a lot of guys. I want to go to where he started and go back to Cleveland, retire, get a farewell tour, retire where he's from, where he started, where he brought some championships, and just sail it, just ride off in the wind.
All right. Eddie, true or false?
The only reason why it would be true, so I think it's false, but the only reason why it could be true, so I'm going to do the other side of it because I agree with what Mike said, and I don't want to echo what he says and, be redundant with that part of it. Only reason why it would be true is because his son plays in the organization. He had this family in LA. And then also his other son, who is redshirting this year, will be playing for Mike's alma mater, Arizona. And so he'll have opportunity to be going back and forth, you know what I mean, seeing both of his sons play. And he could do the farewell tour in that fashion. And so that's the only reason
Yeah.
why I could say possibly true,
Okay.
but
All
I
right. So
really think
so
false though.
this is not a true or false question, but I just want to hear y'all comments on it. Paul George was suspended 25 games for PEDs. How easy is it to fail that test? And is it easy to get those supplements, or like he's saying it was a mistake? What are y'all thoughts on that whole Paul George situation?
I mean, I think it's NBA could hide it if they wanted to. You know what I mean? I don't think
Mm-hmm.
he's high profile enough anymore as far as like shit. Let's at least let's fault him, make it look like we look for the shit at least. You know
Mm,
what I mean? To where like shit. I mean, you think he's the
mm.
only one that's ever taken them?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
One, two, three, four, fifth. I ain't. I plead the fifth. So, so I ain't gonna say nothing.
Well,
So I don't know, but that's a very interesting point, bro. Like for real. E House, what you think now?
If you want to hide it, you can hide it. Number one, and number two, you asking the wrong nigga right now because I got caught up smoking weed the first. You remember Mike? We used to get tested. You know what I mean? I got caught smoking weed. You know what I mean? I got put on the program when I was in the league. So, PEDs is something different than smoking weed. I mean, yeah, a little, you know what I mean? Every once and again, that ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Relax your mind. You know what I mean? Have a good time. You understand me? But, uh, the PED side of the thing, that right there, like during the game, I feel like this. If it's really, really cheating, then that ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? If it's cheating, like to help you last longer in the game or be stronger, get stronger,
It's
bulk
definitely
up and
cheating.
all that. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
cheating.
it's
Yeah,
definitely cheating.
that's not cool. Um
there's
and
so much
you
stuff
know
you could get out there that's over the counter that could
Right,
do a
but
test
these
for it.
these niggas got trainers though nowadays, Mike.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
niggas know that's not supposed to be. This ain't supposed to be in your body. And if it is in your body, they also know that at this time you better stop it. Just like when I was smoking weed and I didn't. Just like when you was supposed to stop and you'd be like, okay, give it this amount of time, you will be clean. You can have a clean test. And so,
He had. Why you didn't
Well, I
stop
think that
though? If you knew it,
huh?
how
I
come
mean,
you didn't stop? And
cause I was young, dumb, and you know what I mean. Shit, I don't
yeah,
even
okay, all
smoke
right.
weed
Say less.
nowadays. I don't even
Say
smoke
less.
weed nowadays.
but
But
Go
yeah, I
ahead,
was
Mike.
young and
but,
dumb.
there's shit around that too because I seen a guy. I remember I was playing here, and the guy came into the thing, high shit. And they told him when he walked in, like, cause like once you're in the building, they see you, you have to sign in, you can't leave. And
Mm,
so soon he walked in, they told him, like, hey, you got a drug test today. He walked smooth out the place, came back like 30 minutes later. I don't know what he did. He passed the test. I mean, there's stuff out there that
wow,
I mean, I think they drug tested Paul George too after his game. I think he had like 32, 5 and 5. Um, right after the game, they tested him, and I think that's why they tested him.
That's
wow.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that is crazy. So I'm a huge KD fan for many reasons. I think he's super dope and he's really good, obviously. I also love how he go back at the trolls on social media. There was a clip that was out that he was some dude was talking trash that was courtside, and KD went like he went in, and I love the fact that if these fans can go at you, why can't you go back at them? What do y'all think about KD trolling on social media?
I think. I mean, it's funny when you look at it and shit, but I mean, me as a man and grown man, people will say what they want to do, and that's the society today. They hide behind
Yeah,
computers and hide behind shit, and you don't never know who it is. People can make fake stuff all the time, and you never know if it's a real person. It could be a 90-year-old man talking shit to you, and you think it's a teenager. So, like I mean, I don't. I mean, it's funny with him going back and forth. For as far as me, like doing that, I see all the people talk shit all the time, and would they say that to your face? Probably not.
no,
You know what
No,
I
they
mean?
won't.
no chance.
That's what I'm saying. So like a different story for me, like that. But for him to have time and do that, I think it's amusing.
Yeah, it is. He has.
Yeah. Well, since you talking about KD, because that's who we played last night. You understand me? Uh,
Did y'all
let
win?
me see. 114 to 93. You know what I mean? Yeah, us. You dig?
And
Hey,
you
look at
still won't
though.
pick. Boy,
But look,
you so
but look
phony, and
though.
you
But
still
look
won't
though.
pick him.
No, but look though, yeah, hell yeah. I mean, KD is amazing. I mean, shit, one of the best scorers I ever seen in my life. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. And this is the only reason why I'm bringing this up is I was looking at the thing. See, my eyes is getting bad, y'all. Okay, he was 4 of 11 from the field, 7 of 7 from the free throw line. He only had 15 points. I was like, damn,
Bro, you
shit.
hating right now? We ain't talking
I'm
about
not
KD
hating.
hoop.
No, I'm not hating on him. I was just like, damn. I'm talking about a story, and then I'll lead up to the other story. Let me lay it out, man. You know, you got to read a
Okay,
book.
okay,
You know
okay.
what I mean? Shit, the book don't start and end on one page. You know what I mean? And so I'm thinking to myself, like, why ain't he so aggressive or whatever? Like, because I really didn't see him out there last night like that. I've never seen KD take only 11 shots. He was over 4 from 3, 7 of 7 from the free throw line with 15 points. And that was shocking to me because that is the one player that was coming in. Well, when we was going to their building, that I was like, shit, this is that he's a problem. You think about him like how you think about MJ. You know what I mean? You think about him
He
like you
had,
think MJ.
with all due respect, the question was about trolling, and we
I
away
mean,
over in the.
well,
And
maybe I
somebody
just trolled him.
brought the Celtics into that. But I don't know, so I just get back to this shit too.
Well, you know what?
Like,
I gotta do it. I gotta do it, man. You know, I gotta do it, man. I bleed green, man. I bleed green. I gotta put it in. I gotta come. I gotta work it in. I gotta work it in. You know what I mean? How I could do it. But no, but seriously though, like KD is the one of those players that I don't care. Every single night, I like to watch him play. And as far as
For sure.
trolling and stuff like that, that's what it is. He had burner accounts and was fake trolling other people and wasn't standing on his. So I ain't tripping off that. That's just how this generation is moving. I'm just talking
Yeah,
about him as the player. And him as the player is one of the coldest scorers I ever seen in my life. Like
for sure.
he could get wherever he wants to get to. He could shoot over who can't nobody guard him. The nigga's 7 feet tall. He's
we are
7 feet
not
tall.
not arguing about his skill, Eddie. We were talking about the trolling on
I don't care
Instagram.
about I
That's
don't
it,
care
bro.
about
So
trolling.
let's move
Like,
on to the
I
next
don't
point.
care about trolling. I don't
we
even
got
look
a
at no
little lineup we
comments.
gotta go to, Eddie. We'll be on this motherfucker for 2 hours. We got a little
I don't
lineup
care about trolling.
Yeah.
I don't care
Oh,
about
yeah.
trolling. I don't care about
All
trolling.
right. Okay. All right. All
I
right.
don't do
So
that
so
shit. You know what I mean?
so this is one of the segments, man, where I actually love because I love hearing you guys go back and forth. It's called Backspin. Backspin is where we take you guys back to a moment and give you the real story, straight up, straight game, no filter, all that good stuff. Mike, Eddie, you guys talk a little about playing in Miami all the time, which is dope, and making it to the final. So I have a question about that. What was it like in the locker room during those moments, and how was it like playing with LeBron, D Wade, and Chris Bosh,
Go for it,
the
Eddie.
Mike,
the big
Mike,
three?
what
Uh-huh.
was it like when he had that ice pack?
Sister is stupid. Look,
Oh, ice pack, and I'm
look,
trying.
He know what I'm
And
talking
so who
about
is
though.
look.
No,
Eddie
who
was
is
we ain't
there.
he?
gonna we ain't gonna see. I'm just fucking with Mike. That we
Eddie
can't
was
speak
there.
on that.
Eddie was there the whole season. You gotta remember, I came for how long? What time I get there? In like middle February, end of like beginning of
Right,
March. I
the
went there.
buyout area, like right around now.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't play. I was like half the season, look like a little bit less than half the season. It was different for me, you know. What I mean, I just came. I'm like, damn, Eddie's like this. He's like, yeah, it's like this. And I
What does
just
this mean, Mike?
ask Eddie. Eddie's the one that told me it was like this.
Eddie, what does this
But he
mean?
seen it. He seen it.
What does this mean?
He know it. Let him elaborate. You know, he seen it.
No, it just wasn't. It wasn't when I was youth. It was different for me there. You know, like I said, you know, I'm coming from Sacramento, and you know, one of the best things about Webb held himself accountable. I mean,
Mm.
I respect Webb for that reason, and it kind of trickled down with Webb. You know, what I mean, as far as like shit, if he could sit there and raise his hand and say it was his fault, shit, everybody should be able to do that. And like I told you last time, Ty, like how much minutes I was playing, there should have been no film of me at all on the game. You know, I wasn't making shots like the shots I was supposed to, but shit. You know what I mean?
So what kind of effect did that have on a team where he's you guys are getting pointed out in filming video, but the other superstars aren't?
For me, it was like shit. I was like, damn, don't even put me in the game. I'm cool over here. It got to that point for me when I was just sitting there like, damn, I hope you don't put me back in. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
It got to that for me because I'm like using me as scapegoat. Like I said, Eddie, you seen how long I was playing. I was going there for 6 minutes in the first and 6 minutes in the third. So it was like, okay, I know my time's up regardless how I'm playing. Because in game 2, I had 14 points in the finals and didn't go back in. You know what I mean? And so
Oh wow.
I was like, damn, okay. I didn't know how to take it. And remember, Eddie, I kept saying, why you keep looking at me like that? Remember I was saying, like, why keep looking at me like that? And one of the coaches like, yeah, he know he should have put you back in game 2. I'm like, shit, it's too late now. Ain't nothing to do now. You know what I
We
mean?
could have
So
went
it's
up
like,
2-0. We could have went up 2-0 right there. That would have
yeah.
changed the whole complexity of that whole finals right there.
And like I said, I mean, it just like I said, I never been in a situation like that to where it was like played like that, moved around like that. So I was just like, I'm good, man.
Hey, so look, Ty, so while he's saying that shit, I was over there like that kid, hoping the teacher call on me. Hey, my hand up. Come on, get me in. Yeah, my hand up. Come on. I know the answer. I know the answer. Just let me get in this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And so it was like that. You know what I'm saying? I got put in. Then he put me in. I want to say, and I fuck with Spo. You know what I'm saying? The long way. I known him for a long time. Uh, from the time I got drafted, he was a guy that was in the film room. He was a guy that if you got hurt, he worked you out. So I really
Yeah.
I know Spo, you know what I'm saying? And I spent 3 years there. Well, a total of 4 years in Miami of my career. My first three was in Miami. And so I fuck with him. And so this is not no shade to him or nothing like that. But I felt like I could have got some minutes too. Shit. I was like, damn, I can't get 5 minutes in this motherfucker because all it take is 5 minutes for me to get going. And if I hit a shot, hit another one,
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
gonna get funky out here for somebody real quick. Like Mike
But you know,
Yeah.
in Toronto.
but
In
yeah,
Toronto, I hit a couple shots. That nigga Mike kept calling my play. Boom, boom, boom. I ended up with 35 at the end of the game. But he kept calling my play, and that's all it took is just to see that
Yeah.
thing go in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
but
it's
there was only 2 spots for 8 people. Had
yeah, for real.
you, me, James Jones, Mike Miller, Chalmers. Who else?
Them three.
Yes, so it
Them
was like
three,
6.
Joel, Anthony,
Yep.
Joel,
Haslam was playing
Anthony,
back and forth.
yep,
UD.
and Haslam, yep, UD. And so that's
Yeah,
it
but
right there.
most like the spots where we had was mostly you, me, Miller, James Jones, Chalmers. So you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It was like,
it rotated that.
yeah.
Yeah. Well. How did you guys feel when D Wade came to y'all defense and said you guys should have played more?
It was
Uh,
good. You know, I mean,
okay.
for someone to see that and you know at his stature and to see that, you know, years later, you know, feels good. Like shit, okay, it wasn't as bad as it was. You know, at least somebody
Yeah.
saw what we could have did. So
I know what Mike mad
Okay.
at. I know what Mike was
What?
upset at. Is the time when we was on the bus and they got food for them and didn't get no food for them. They was the only ones eating in the back of the bus. Everybody else ain't had shit. We like, damn. They
now
because
remember
usually
there was 25 cheesesteaks and 2 French fries.
oh hey
Piece of
look
food.
for real though.
So
Hey, they had food for themselves on the
we,
bus. We get on the bus,
we
we hella hungry. And
we was
we had
looking
to
up. We was looking at the front of the bus like, I only got 2 French fries. Ain't no more French fries. Nah, it would take too long. It would take too long to make some more French fries.
For
Yeah,
real
shit, they
though.
can make 40 cheesesteaks. They can make
Oh,
20 French fries. Shit.
that's hilarious. I'll give y'all a real
Yo,
LeBron story right here. This shit was funny. This where shit changed on our plane. This is before you got there, Mike. So I think we flying from Indiana. It's always seemed like we coming from Indiana every time some shit happened when I was with the Heat. And so we coming and we get on the plane, right? And we sit in the front where we gonna play cards and shit, right? We're gonna play Blu-ray and shit. So I'm in the front with where the card table was at, and I'm over there eating some Lay's potato chips. I'm eating that shit. And I was he put his shit down, he look at me, he say, "What?" I was like, "Oh yeah, go ahead, grab you a bag of chips too." He was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, go look at the food." He went over to look at the food, and then he came back, he said, "Oh hell no!" And he said this shit loud as fuck. LeBron James don't eat no dog food, and I'm bullshit you not. The shit that they was serving was some bullshit. That's why I was eating Lay's. I was like, man, I'm just gonna eat these Lay's potato chips, man, because that shit right there do not look good. I had you on the toilet or throwing up, one of the two. And from that point on, I swear we had A1 shit after that. Like when he came in there and said that, I'll shout him out for that one right there because he helped the whole team out with that because we had some bullshit that night and it should never have been like that.
LeBron
You
was
should never
talking
be
in
eating like
third
that.
person.
He did say that. He said LeBron James don't eat no dog food. It's exactly what he said. I was I was cracking up rolling because how he looked at me though when he spun and looked at me eating the chips, he was like, "What's up?" I was like, "Oh yeah, you gonna go grab you a bag too?" You know what I mean? And sure as shit, he
Yeah,
had him a bag, and then that's when all that shit changed though. But you know, uh, that was a very interesting season, I should
yeah, for
say.
sure. So,
Very
so,
interesting.
so we're gonna wrap this thing up with the Super Bowl. We're not giving predictions, so don't say anything because this is evergreen stuff. So we're gonna wrap this up with the Super Bowl, fellas. What's your favorite Super Bowl memory? Whether it's a game, a play, performance. What's your favorite Super Bowl memory?
I don't know if I have
Hmm,
any.
that's a tough. I don't
Damn,
know
you
if
ain't
I
got
do
one.
either.
No, man, it's just
All right, let me
watch
tell
it.
you mine.
I mean, you ain't
All right,
cheering for. I ain't cheering for. I mean, it's not like you're playing it. Like you cheering for one of your buddies or something.
well, there's. Let me tell you mine, and then maybe that'll help y'all jog y'all memory. Mine was when the Dallas Cowboys won all
And
the Super
now he's a
Bowls.
Dallas
I was a
Cowboy fan
kid.
again.
when I was a kid, when I was a kid, and the Michael Jackson performance. The Michael
Oh
Jackson
yeah, that was
performance. I
hard.
was I was that kid who had the fake Jerry curl and jacket and all that other stuff. So
You
to
had a
see
Jerry
Michael
curl,
perform, man, I was a Michael.
but you had, but
You
you
too trying to bag right now,
no,
boy.
I'm not. I'm saying you had a Jerry. No, I'm saying you had a Jerry curl for real.
I had on a wig, man. My mama got me a wig,
Oh,
man. I
okay,
didn't have
okay,
an actual Jerry curl, but I was a Michael Jackson fan, man. I had the penny
okay.
loafers and everything.
I got you. I got you. I thought you had a real Jerry curl. That's
No,
why I was
no,
like, yeah,
no,
the Jerry curl. I mean, shit, we grew up in
no.
that era where that Jerry
Yeah, we
curls was
did.
rocking.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
we
have any,
did.
man. I don't think I have any.
You got
If
no.
Nah.
okay, let's say performances. Mm, I want to say that Bruno Mars one was the what was it? Michael Jackson was A1. Did he perform? Prince?
Uh, I can find out. I can damn sure find out.
I don't know. Let's just
West
run
Coast
that or
performance.
what.
I got the West Coast performance on there.
Oh
That's your
yeah,
best
Mike, you
performance.
right about that. Yeah,
Yeah,
with Dre, Snoop,
yeah.
50
I'm
Cent
a
came
West
down
Coast
there
guy,
hanging upside
Ty.
down.
I can
Yeah,
Oh
find this.
man,
that shit was
You
hard.
can have my Jackson, but I can't have my West Coast guys on there. You seem
Oh
disappointed. That's one of my favorite memories.
yeah, that
Yeah,
shit was hard.
there was so many
That shit was
other
actually
memories
hard.
besides West Coast. Anyway,
I'm a
I mean,
West
y'all
Coast
That
was
shit
guy,
was
Ty.
hard.
yeah,
That
this,
shit was hard, Mike. I forgot
Yeah.
about
I
that.
mean,
I
it was
should have
alright.
never forgot about that. What you mean it was all right? That shit was hella
It
hard.
wasn't Michael. It wasn't Usher.
Nah, it wasn't Michael.
Usher performance was off the hook too.
It was
Y'all got
good.
quiet.
I didn't
No,
like.
I'm saying it was good. I fuck with Usher. I
Okay,
done seen him twice in concert.
you guys don't have no favorite football memory. I know the Cardinals they never won nothing, but y'all got no favorite
But they were
football memory.
there. They were there one year. They lost to the Steelers. They lost on the last second play too. I'm not a Cardinals fan though, so
But y'all got
Okay,
no
so
Walter
I'm a
Payton
Raider.
moment.
I'm a Raider fan. So if
Okay,
I
all
want to
right,
go
that's
back,
fair.
I was a little ass kid, and Marcus Allen run against the Washington
Yeah,
Redskins, right
for
there.
sure,
That's probably
for sure.
that's the last Super Bowl we won, and that's probably that's the most memorable because
Yeah,
I did remember it. I didn't remember the other two they had before,
yeah.
but that one right there, I did remember. I remembered everybody in the house being hella happy, going crazy after they won. Motherfuckers running outside, hollering and going. I was like, man, damn, okay. I thought it was just a football game, but it obviously meant more to everybody. So I would say Marcus Allen, uh, that run number 32 against the Washington Redskins.
So my favorite football moment was Doug Williams because my dad and his friends made a big deal him being the first black quarterback, and so that I was just happy because my daddy was happy, and so and he wound up winning, so that was probably my favorite football moment, and
Oh,
obviously the Cowboys were super dope.
you talking about the Redskins quarterback
Yeah, for sure.
back in the day?
Yeah, for sure, for
That's your
sure.
favorite football moment? If
Yeah,
you talk about moment or Super Bowl moment, I'll tell you my favorite
Super Bowl,
football moment.
Super Bowl,
Okay,
Super Bowl.
okay.
Yeah,
Oh, I was gonna
yeah.
say my
So
favorite
speaking
football
of,
moment
oh
is Bo Jackson playing against Denver, running over two cats and then sprinting off away against everybody else. That was like
yeah,
that was my favorite moment right there.
for sure, for sure.
Watching it.
Speaking of performances, what you guys think of Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl? First of all, I didn't know who Bad Bunny was, and
What?
I still don't know. I don't know what song he sing, none of that.
What?
What song he sing?
He got I got it on my phone. La Carciente. Hold on, let me
he
pull
got,
it up because it's
he
Spanish.
got a lot of songs out there. Ty, he got a lot of shit.
No, he balling. He
What he sing?
my wife is she Puerto Rican, so that's her. She fuck with him heavy.
Okay.
Raquel, shout out to Raquel.
He's from
You know what I'm
Puerto
saying?
Rico, right?
She
What he sing, Mike?
hold on, let me pull it
Speak
up.
Spanish.
Let me pull it up.
He got all this stuff is Spanish.
I got plenty of shit.
Macarena?
I don't
No,
speak Spanish, but he got
he got a lot
hella
of shit.
shit.
Ty.
All
He
right,
got
all
a
right.
bunch of shit,
Well,
man.
I guess
And it sound
they
hella
do what they.
good.
Okay, okay, all right, all
And it
right, all
sound
right,
good. I can't find my shit, my playlist. There it is.
all
Yeah,
right.
let's do it.
I did not ask
I'm gonna
the
let you
one
hear some
question
shit.
about.
He said,
You
"You said it
yeah,
right."
you can let me hear it. Never. All right, Eddie, Eddie, you. I really don't want to hear no Bad Bunny, to be honest with you.
But
You
if you
can
hear it, you'll
ask.
be like, it
He
sound
was
cool though.
looking for it though.
I know. If you just press,
You
if
wouldn't
you
even
just
be
say,
mad
"Hey
at it.
Siri,"
I promise you.
my boy, just say, "Hey Siri." If he that popular, it's gonna come up. But anyway, I really don't care about no Bad Bunny. Please don't put that out there. But anyway, let's wrap this thing up. Fellas, that is it for another episode of Straight Game Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button. Thank y'all for y'all support. Listen to us on Apple and Spotify. Until next time, y'all be easy.
I'm Mike Bibby.
I'm Ty Ellis.
I'm Eddie House, host of the Straight Game Podcast. Each week, we're bringing you real, raw conversations
About sports, life, and family.
Tap into Straight Game wherever you get your podcast. You can also watch all episodes on YouTube.